Good afternoon. You're welcome to the news at 2 on Ogtv. You can watch us live on Facebook at Ogtv and Ogun State Television, on YouTube at Ogtv Abeokuta, and on Ogtv website www.ogtv.com.ng/live. For the latest news and reports, check us on these platforms: X at Ogun TV, Instagram at Ogun State Television, or download Ogtv app on Apple Store and Google Play Store. The Nigeria Labour Congress (NLC) has demanded an immediate reversal of the pump price of petrol across the country. The NNPCL on Tuesday adjusted the pump price of petrol from 568 naira to 855 and 897, depending on the location per litre. However, the Labour Union on its X page on Tuesday night demanded a reversal. Earlier on Tuesday, the NLC President Joe Ajaero, in a statement, accused the federal government of betraying the labour movement. President Xi Jinping has declared his readiness to work closely with President Bola Tinubu to fully unleash the exemplary roles of China-Nigeria diplomatic friendship and advance China-Africa cooperation. This was disclosed during the meeting at the Great Hall in Beijing, where Tinubu was on a state visit to Xi's invitation. The meeting precedes the 2024 summit of the Forum on China-Africa Cooperation (FOCAC), scheduled for September 4 to September 6 in Beijing. Xi stated that since establishing diplomatic ties half a century ago, China and Nigeria have treated each other with mutual understanding, seeking collective strength, unity, and win-win cooperation. Xi proposed elevating bilateral ties to a comprehensive strategic partnership, citing the upcoming FOCAC summit as an opportunity to advance China-Africa relations. Tinubu expressed appreciation for the invitation, noting that the visit marked his second to China, first as governor of Lagos and now as president. He acknowledged the long-standing China-Nigeria relations and the potential for strengthened trade and economic development. Meanwhile, the federal government has signed 2 memoranda of understanding with Chinese company Mutual Commitment Company Limited on renewable energy. This is contained in a statement issued by Mr. Bolaji Tunji, Special Advisor of Strategic Communication and Media Relations to Minister of Power in Abuja. The MOUs were facilitated and signed in Beijing as the African-China Cooperation Summit by the Rural Electrification Agency, an agency of the Ministry of Power. The Minister of Power, Mr. Adebayo Adelabu, and the Managing Director of REA, Mr. Abba Aliyu, were present at the ceremony. Speaking at the event, Adelabu said that the MOUs signing were important and would go down as a memorable day for Nigeria. He congratulated the REA and the National Power Training Institute of Nigeria for their achievements. The minister reiterated that President Tinubu had prioritized the power sector as the driver of all other critical sectors of the economy and given all the support to ensure that they delivered on his electoral promise. The Ogun State House of Assembly will on Thursday, 5th September 2024, hold a public hearing on a bill seeking to improve electricity generation, transmission, and distribution within the states, establish an electricity market, and keep power sector bodies enforce consumer rights and obligations and for connected purposes. According to a release by the clerk of the Assembly, Mr. Sakiru Adebaki, the stakeholders forum on the bill number HB 017/OG/2024 titled Ogun State Poor Sector Law, is meant to harness the inputs of all relevant stakeholders to achieve an all-encompassing bill that would assist in improving electricity generation, transmission and distribution for the benefits of the people. It is also a way of ensuring that the rural areas become integrated to enjoy all deserving amenities. The release added that the forum would commence at 10 o'clock in the morning at the Assembly Complex, Okemoson, Abeokuta, while all invited guests are to be seated at 9:30 a.m. Aliko Dangote, the chairman of Dangote Group, has officially confirmed rollout of premium motor spirit (PMS), also known as petrol, from its refinery. Dangote, while addressing the press on Tuesday, described the development as a turnaround for the country after many years of not producing a single litre of petrol. The group chairman, while thanking Nigerians for their support, also lauded the President Bola Tinubu for creating an enabling environment for the 650,000 barrels per day refinery. He also praised Tinubu for the Naira for crude, Naira for products initiative, which he believes will stabilize the Naira by reducing the demand for dollars by 40%. He added that the refinery is designed to meet the demands of not only Nigerians, but also those in sub-Saharan Africa.
Possible. Without their support, there's no way we'll be where we are. So we thank them, and I hope this refinery will actually change the entire dynamics, not only in Nigeria, but in sub-Saharan Africa. The capacity that we have will not only meet up with the Nigeria's demand, will meet up the demand of the sub-Saharan Africa at least. So we thank you very much for your support. We will now take you. You can see that this is the sample. This is the sample of the petrol. It might be a little bit, you see it like a different color, but that's the real this thing. So you are now going to have good petrol where the engines of your vehicles will last longer. You will not be having an engine issue, which a lot of us were having. It won't happen at all. The quality here will match that of quality of anywhere in the world. US, America, we will make sure that nobody will beat us in terms of quality. And as soon as we finalize with the NMPC, our products will start going into the market. And, again, like what I said today, we actually help to restore industry and manufacturing. We will begin real import substitution, which is what we have, saving our nation foreign exchange, and also earning foreign exchange, which will stabilize the Naira, like what I said earlier on, and it will also help bring down inflation and cost of living.
Meanwhile, Ogun State's Governor, Prince Abeokuta, said the commencement of fuel production by the Dangote refinery will strengthen the nation's economy by eliminating constant shortages and conserving foreign exchange. Petrol produced from the 650,000 barrels per day Dangote refinery is expected to hit filling stations in the next 48 hours, as modalities with the Nigerian National Petroleum Company is limited have been formalized. Prince Abeokuta, in a statement on Tuesday signed by his Chief Press Secretary, Lekon Adeniro, said that with the refinery coming on stream, one of the most significant challenges faced by Nigeria for more than 3 decades, reliance on fuel importation, will be solved, according to the statement, with the Warri and Port Harcourt refineries also being prepared to begin production. Nigerians will heave a sigh of relief from constant fuel shortages, while the economy will also receive a boost. Prince Abeokuta praised Alhaji Dangote for his determination in seeing through the multi-billion-dollar projects against all odds. The 16th Emir of Kano, Muhammad Sanusi II, has expressed his readiness to intervene in the Fulani's crisis in the country with a view to providing a permanent solution to the problems. Speaking while receiving the leadership of the Fulani group, Tapita Polako Njode Jam, Nigeria, in his palace, Sanusi said it was high time the government found a permanent solution to the Fulani crisis in the country. He said that this can be done only if the federal government will give him full support to achieve his mission, because they have the might and what it takes to make his strategy work, while it will provide the ideas and the methodologies of how to go about it. The leader of the Fulani group, Madibo Jada, said they were asked the palace to extend their hands of allegiance to the emir for the second return as their leader, who was appointed long ago by the Lamido of Adamawa. No fewer than 3,590 inmates across custodial centers in Nigeria are on death row, the Nigeria Correctional Service has revealed. NCOS Public Relations Officer, Assistant Controller of Corrections, Abubakar Umaru, made this known while speaking to journalists on Wednesday in Abuja. Umaru stated that the total number of inmates in centers across the country is 84,741, comprising 82,821 males and 1,920 females. As of September 3rd, 2024, the NCOS spokesman put the total number of awaiting trial inmates at 57,750, comprising 56,303 males and 1,447 females. Umar explained that the majority of inmates in custody are awaiting trial, persons which poses a significant challenge for the service due to their high numbers. The co-chair of the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, Bill Gates, has pointed out that Nigeria's tax collection rates are low, posing challenges to financing critical sectors like health and education. Gates made these remarks during Nutrivision 2024, a Pan-African Youth Dialogue on Nutrition held in Abuja. It was reported that Gates spoke whilst responding to a question on potential financing mechanisms for large-scale public health interventions. He noted that building credibility in health programs could lead to greater fiscal flexibility, allowing Nigeria to prioritize primary health care funding. Adjustment to the current economic reality in Nigeria is unarguably inevitable, with escalating cost of living as many Nigerians continue to tighten the belt from string of financial challenges. However, having an emergency savings fund, living within legitimate means, having additional income have been highlighted as ways to cope with the current economic challenges in Nigeria. A cross-section of Nigerians, while speaking with our reporter Nkem Ago, suggested these economy measures among other factors. Our report.
With various economic reforms initiated by federal government, which include but not limited to removal of fuel subsidy, Nigerians have continued to think outside the box and align themselves to the current reality. They say the current economic meltdown has inculcated in them a sense of financial discipline within their meager resources. To other respondents, it is now a matter of necessity to prepare a mini budget in determining their spending pattern as a means of coping with the economic situation in the country.
I am a business person, so one thing I have learned to do now is to increase my streams of income. Everyone should try and be open to opportunities that come up now, because things are getting more expensive. And some of these things are not leisures. They are things that you need to spend on. Food, for example, has become very expensive.
Your hustle, you don't rely on a single job. You have to go back to farming because food are very expensive. Thirdly, if your children are going to school that are very expensive, you have to cut it down so that at least you do what is necessary. You don't need to impress anybody.
Own part as citizen, as a person, you're expected to have a budget. Before you do anything, have a budget. Have the list of what you want to get. It will help you to save, and it will help you to know the right things to buy and not to buy. It will help you to cut your coat according to your size.
It was also discovered that some Nigerians have developed strong financial discipline on how to manage and get satisfied with the little available income, ensuring that their expenditure do not lead to any deficits. Respondents, while bearing in mind, wants government to set machinery in motion at ameliorating the economic hardship facing the populace.
The manufacturing industry should also be encouraged. The government should also create an enabling environment for the manufacturer. Perhaps you can also reduce tax for them to ensure that they produce more products or goods, to render more services to people, to see that to ensure that it goes round.
The government should help us by making sure that it regulates the market structure. So if they're able to regulate market structure, I think we will still be able to move a little bit, and we'll move at that pace. Market control.
They also advised the people to stay calm and not lose focus, as they believed the government would give them a listening ear. Nkem Agu, Ogtv News.
Nigerians now give in kind and cash more than ever before to attain social equilibrium in a bid to normalize and foster the process of economic growth in the country. A cross-section of Nigerians who spoke with a reporter Fowora Adesonwu on the essence of help at a trying period listed waking up to statutory social responsibility and redoubling of humanitarian services regardless of the class among ailing process for all ailing economy. His report.
Nigeria and Nigerians are in the need of help. The economy is on trial and all hands are on the deck to restore the ailing economy to its lost glory. The middle class has vanished from the scene, while the reality on ground is either one is rich or one is poor. The poor looks onto the rich for help. However, the rich amidst the poor also cry.
The level of poverty is endemic, and therefore you help people in multi-dimensional way. One, those who are into farming, you help them source for ways to make their farm input to grow through fertilizer, through networking, through looking for financial support to be able to go to farm. Some other, their children can afford basic source of livelihood, food, shelter, and clothing. So what I've done is that I have a foundation. Every blessed month, I have a substantial amount of my resources that is deployed to help the widows and pay fees of indigent students.
Most people interviewed on how and when last they render help to their fellow men could not remember vividly, as they say it never occurs to them to lend a helping hand to their neighbors at a period of need. But a few who provide helping hands told their neighbors said they often look up to God for rewards.
I remember I've paid someone's school fees, so I've done a lot of other things for people, but I don't want any reward. I don't want anybody. If you remember me, fine. If you don't, let it be.
But in my area, so I'm the one that constructed, that created a road that leads to my place, and many people are living in that place now. So likewise, the electrification aspect of that area. So I'm the one that did it before people started joining.
Yoruba used to say but I did a greatest effort for one children. They are orphans. Their mother has died and their dad, they are in our environment. And I give them maybe when my children, I use the clothes and they have overgrown it, I give them the clothes, and those children are very, very pleased with it. Even when they want to enter school, I give them shoe and bag, though it's used one, but the children really, really appreciate it.
To some respondents, this is not a period to gloss over your neighbors, as the price of most commodities soar on daily basis.
Everybody in this current Nigeria needs to show support, empathy, and kindness to one another to ensure that we live in one unity and accord, so that all of us can get out and mitigate the current economic challenges of our nation.
As individuals need help, some respondents believe one should not forget that the government and indeed the leadership of the country need a lot of assistance to be able to navigate the shape of the nation to safety.
Nigeria is going to be great. The greatest help, we should be praying for Nigeria every day, that God bless Nigeria.
The future of the country, Nigeria, no doubt belongs to and begins with everyone. Adefowora Adesanwo, Ogtv News.
Nigeria has called for a more robust partnership with the United Nations to achieve sustainable agricultural development and food security. The appeal was made in Abuja during the visit of United Nations Deputy Secretary General Dr. Amina Mohammed to Nigeria, where she held discussions with key stakeholders in the agriculture and food security sectors. The Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, Abubakar Kyari, while welcoming Mohammed, highlighted the crucial role that the United Nations has played in Nigeria's development. He further emphasized the importance of this partnership given Nigeria's large population and the growing demand for food security. He further emphasized the importance of this partnership given to Nigeria's large population and the growing demand for food security. The minister underscored the alignments of the ministry's mandates with the key priorities of Tinubu's 8-point agenda, which includes food security, economic growth, job creation, and poverty eradication. Ukraine's foreign minister tenders resignation ahead of expected cabinet reshuffle as Russian missiles kill at least seven Ukraine's foreign minister Dmytro became a latest top official to tender his resignation on Wednesday, ahead of an expected major government reshuffle as yet another wave of Russian attacks overnight killed at least 7 people, including a child, as Ukraine's top diplomat Kuleba has been a prominent fixture in the Zelensky's administration and one of the most public-facing, especially dealing with overseas officials. He was seen as a capable politician and a safe pair of hands, one of the strongest members of the Zelensky's cabinet. His offer to resign comes ahead of an expected visit by the president to the United States this month. Now to sports. Team Nigeria's medal hopeful Issa Ogunkole would take on France's Maxime Thomas in the men's Class 4 quarter finals of the table tennis at the ongoing 2024 Paralympic Games on Wednesday. Ogunkole is the only Nigerian left in the table tennis event after the exit of Christiana Alabi, Abiola Alade, and Kayode Alabi. The trio fell out of the medal race on Tuesday, with Abiola Adesope losing in straight sets to his French opponent Lucas Didier 11-9, 11-4, 11-6 in the round of 16 singles Class 9 tie. In a hard-fought encounter, Christiana Alabi bowed out to her chilling opponent Tamara Lineali 3-1, 11-8, 11-5, 11-12, 12-10. Alabi's husband Kayode Alabi also lost to Thailand's Ron Roger 10 in their quarter-final match in Class 6. Team Nigeria has won only one medal at the Games by para-badminton player Eniola Bolaji, who won bronze on Monday. Life is not a problem to be solved, but a reality to be experienced. You can watch us live on Facebook at Ogtv and Ogun State Television, YouTube at Ogtv Abeokuta, and on Ogtv website www.ogtv.com.ng/live. For the latest news and reports, check us on these platforms: X at Ogun TV, Instagram at Ogun State Television, or download Ogtv app on Apple Store and Google Play Store. And that will be all for now. Thank you for watching. Bye.